Well, I was here at the Travel Adventure Show here in Chicago at the Steffens Convention Center here out just by the airport. Anyway, there was all kinds of travel information from around the world today, as I got a couple of quick interviews from a European tour company in Springfield, Illinois.
Hi, I'm David McGuffin. I own a company called David McGuffin's Exploring Europe, and we take people all over Europe on small group tours. Our tour destinations are about 24 different destinations, ranging in places from Scotland and Ireland all the way down to Greece, Spain, Portugal, Sicily. You name it in Europe, we'll probably have a tour going there. We have very, very small groups, as I mentioned before, and we concentrate on making sure that folks have a true cultural immersion, along with showing them the sights and activities in the big towns and cities as well. You'll not find a better tour than my tours, David McGuffin's Exploring Europe. So your adventure starts right here. Thanks for interviewing me.
One last thing.
Yep.
What is the best place you went in Europe over the last 20 years?
My favorite destinations in Europe is Paris is my all-time favorite large city. I like it because you can break it down into small neighborhoods and experience it outside of the tourist path. Secondly, my favorite country has got to be Italy, and as we talked about before, I really love a little town, a hill town in the middle of Tuscany called Volterra. It's right between Pisa and Siena, and if you want to get off the beaten path, that's the place to go. Volterra, Italy is it for me.
Hello, I'm Abraham Lincoln, and I'm from Springfield, Illinois, the state capital of Illinois, and I made that move possible with the Long Nine Club when we successfully moved the state capital from Vandalia, Illinois to Springfield, Illinois. And now to tell you a little bit more about Springfield is my wonderful assistant, Maggie.
Well, Abe, thank you so much. You know, I think a lot of people are not familiar with all of the historical sites, places that you lived, you've worked. All right, why don't you share with that with the viewers?
Well, my house is there. Of course, it changed many times after we bought it from Reverend Drummond, but a floor was added, second floor, while I was on the circuit court. Came home and couldn't find my house. But I think there's plenty more to look at Springfield than just my home.
There is plenty more, of course. You have your law office, New Salem, where you settled when you came from to Kentucky.
And I've heard there's a new place called the Dana Thomas House.
The Dana Thomas House is absolutely fantastic. It's a Frank Lloyd Wright designed home, and it is an architectural gem in the heart of Springfield. But there's more to Springfield than our history, which we do have the most Lincoln sites, of course, than anywhere in the world. There's a fantastic food scene, and there's, of course, a thriving art community and lots of entertainment. How did you entertain yourself when you were living in Springfield?
Oh, I often played handball in the back of the Lincoln Herndon offices, but I tried to avoid the sword fighting. That was too much of a sport for me. But you can still find my bed at the old state capitol where I used to take a nap under the steps between proceedings. I hope that's still there. Is it?
Well, it should be still there. And for everyone who still loves sports, we have the Springfield Sliders. It's a great baseball team, great family fun attractions if you'd like to be involved in that. But then there's Knights Action Park. Oh. Have you been to Knights Action Park?
No, I've been to a few things at night, but never an action park.
Well, Knights Action Park is also family friendly. You know, it's a water park, and it's great for every age, parents, grandparents, and children alike. The horseshoe is signature of Springfield. Did you ever have a horseshoe?
Now that is some concoction with a lot of meat, bread, and cheese, is it not?
It is meat. It is your choice of meat. You can have chicken, of course, but it's definitely bread and French fries and a wonderful cheese sauce.
Layer of cheese.
Layer of cheese.
Mountains of cheese. Yum.
And if you can't have a full horseshoe, you can have the pony.
The pony, I've heard about.
It's half the size. It's half the size. And even still, that's still a lot to eat. But we have so much more. Of course, you can have the horseshoe. There's Charlie Parker's Diner. There's Darcy's Pint. There are a lot of places where you can have the horseshoe. But then there's the Cozy Dog.
The Cozy Dog, I've heard about. Now, that might have started during my presidency. That's such an old hot dog stand. But you can't get a better hot dog than you can at the Cozy stand.
That is so very true. You really can't get a better hot dog than that. But there's still so much more, from farm to table food to the hole in the walls. There's so much to see and so much to do in Springfield, Illinois.